Hi friends, I know I said that I wasn't gonna come on to Neopets today, but I decided to come on to Neopets today. I missed doing Neopet stuff and I missed talking to you guys, and most importantly, I have to correct something I said yesterday. I don't think the Fairy Festival is gonna start on the 20th. I think the 20th is like the general Fairy Festival, whatever. Like the big like event that I'm talking about, where like in the past few years you chose like Illison versus Eudora. I don't think that's starting tomorrow. And it was like 2 seconds after I was done filming, I'm like, actually, we still have points left from last year, so I think we're gonna get an announcement sometime next week. And that's my final answer. So, enemies you can try, but you have to bring in this, what I'm saying right now. I don't think Fairy Festival, as I'm thinking of it, is starting tomorrow on September 20th. Boom. That's what I came here to say. So, when you do Fairy Festival, you win these different points and you can use those points in like a prize shop. In TNT, it usually tells us like a weekish ahead of time, like the prize shop is closing at this date. And since the TNT never told us when the prize shop is closing, they can't close the prize shop, you know? They can't just like shut it down all tomorrow. So I just had to come in here and say that. And then I guess I can do some dailies. Cause why not? Cause I already have your attention. If you still need stuff from the prize shop, go ahead and get it. I know through Jelly Neo there's like a link to the old prize shop if you can't find it. So like there you go. Not that's gonna like help out, but like maybe it'll help out. I know I got my Illison staff last year. I think there was a stamp. I got a bunch of nonsense. I got a bunch of stuff that I tried to resell, and then like none of it really resold, so it's just sitting in my safety deposit box. And I don't really feel like going through my safety deposit box. I feel like after Fairy Festivals, when like a month, and like the end of October, that's when I will go through my safety deposit box and really just go through and like start selling stuff. But since we're like so close and I'm just trying to like push it, yeah, I don't want to sell anything just in case it's worth something. But also in the little newsletter that TNT sent out, they talked about the Fairy Festival and they said it's going to come back at the end of September, early October, and then it's going to last for 3 to 4 weeks. That's what I want to say. So we still have time. If today is the 19th, let me just pull up a calendar. I think maybe next week we'll get an announcement, and then maybe on like the 29th or the 30th. Those are like my official start dates. Probably like the 29th at like 12 Neopet Standard Time. That's my assumption. So I think next week we're gonna get an announcement. Next week the thing's gonna close. The prize pool, the prize shop's gonna close, and then after that, then it'll go on for a couple weeks into October, and then that'll end. And then they say there was gonna be like a quick little Halloween event or something, and then Neopet's birthday in November. That is when y'all's get Neocash. You got like 1,000 Neocash. So, and then in December is Advent Calendar. So that's my final prediction. I'm locking that in. Ignore what I was talking about yesterday. Cool. What else do we have to talk to today? I'm actually filming like quite early because I logged off of work 5 minutes early. I worked from home today and I was like, you know what? They're asking me to do too much on this Friday, so I logged off. And I'm very toxic because I know I'm gonna log in at some point over the weekend, and I know that I should like enjoy my weekend, but it's just a lot, and I'm not feeling it, you know. So we'll see. Everything will be fine. Like in the grand scheme of things, maybe. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, and I know I started that quest on Monday, and it's Friday, and I don't have an answer, and that's like kind of normal. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fish today. Yeah, I have to be more patient. Okay. But it's like just so much stuff. And it's like the end of the year and the king still doesn't want to work. That's great. That's cool. Don't give me anything. Whatever. We're already doing like plans for like holiday parties, and that's too much. And it's a super busy time, and it's a busy like travel time. We've like in my company, and it's like travel is probably the only part of my job that I can like stand to do, which is probably something I should take into consideration. But I don't really want to be like a travel agent, but I do like to travel. I don't know what I can do with like an assistant background in doing travel, because like I feel like to be a travel agent I would have to like work odd hours, and I don't want to. I need my nights, I need my weekends. What are we doing? So now I can't even get into the NC Mall. That's fine. It's whatever. Cool, neopets. Like I said, I logged off early because it was a lot. It was a lot. And I am like a little bit burnt out. But I feel like everyone at my company and in a similar position is burnt out. So it's like, well, what are we doing? Is that not like a larger problem if we're all constantly tired? But then like maybe it's not. But like I also like just got back from a trip, so like I shouldn't be feeling like all down and out, but like everyone else is. It's a lot. I don't know what's going on and I don't really know what I'm saying. But yeah. I'm, still trying stuff. I did take my quiz today on my lunch break. I only missed one question on my quiz. So it was a 12-question quiz and I got 11 out of 12. And the one question that I missed, I was going back and forth with forever. Because I'm taking, did I say what course I'm taking? If I pass this class, and I'll tell you like the whole like program and like certificate that I'm going for. But it was one of those questions where it was a multiple choice question. And there were 4 different statements, and like the different part of the statements determined what was going on. So it was like a if A then B, if A then C, if D then B, if D then C. That doesn't make sense. It was one of like those formatted questions. So I got the first half of the question right. I just got the second half of the question wrong. That does not explain anything to anybody, but I have no one to tell, because it's like, who am I going to tell? Am I going to tell my boss? Am I going to go to my boss and be like, hey, I'm actually taking this class so I can see if I like this career path so I can leave this job? Like, I'm not going to do that. And then like, who am I going to talk to besides y'all's? I know you all care so much about what it's like being an adult that's going back to school, and it's fine. I have homework. I have another quiz next Friday, which should be a bit easier. Who knows? And yeah, did I get my monthlies? I had to have gotten my monthlies. Okay, so I already got my monthlies. I don't know why I was scared that I didn't get it for a second. Yeah. Class is going fine. Which, like, I know it's gonna go fine. I'm not in like a hard like STEM, program. It's just weird being like old and in school. I don't know, because like I went through like all of school like the standard way, and then I graduated from college, and I just feel very old sitting in class and like sitting on the Zoom. And the worst thing is I am probably one of the youngest people, but I'm not the youngest person, and I just there's like 5 people that are like younger than me, or at least look young. I don't talk to my classmates, so I don't know how old they are. And it's like, I wish I was y'all's age and I knew what I was doing, because if I could take this program back when I was like fresh out of college, just imagine how much further I would be. I wouldn't be like miserable in like every single job I've had since college, which is like, a choice. But there's also people that are older than me, and there's one lady and she's 70, but like on the first day of class she's like, I'm just here to like learn and do stuff with my brain. I'm retired. I don't really want to use this information. I just like to learn. And I also really respect that. I like really respect just like always there, always learning. I'm just trying to do things that's not like doom scrolling on social media, because that's not good for me, so just waiting for this page to load. Maybe it doesn't want to load today. I'm trying to do neopets like I talked about yesterday. I'm reading. I'm in school. I'm trying to have less free time overall, because I just don't think I can handle free time very well, because then it's just me and my thoughts, and it's me and my like comparison, and that's not good for anybody. Not good for a single person. Actually, I'm gonna zap you. You're my least favorite right now, Pookie. Cool. Cool. And we're gonna zap ya again and see what we get. I don't know what I'm trying to convey to y'all. I really just came on here to say that I don't think the Fairy Festival is starting tomorrow, because I realized that they never told us that the prize shop was closing, and that's the biggest indicator that something's coming soon. So I think we'll get an announcement sometime this like next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the prize shop will close down on like Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday the 29th. So not next Monday, but the Monday after that is when Fairy Festival will begin, hopefully. We have not really gotten any information on it. We do know that there's going to be like new rewards and new what is my thing? Like a new recycling gimmick. Because right now recycling is based off of rarity. So that's why I've been telling y'all to get your omelets. Because if you get like, you have to like max out the rarity. That did not explain anything, but pretend it did. And that'll determine how many points you get. And then points convert to prizes. I want to know what the prizes are going to be, because usually, I don't know, like I thought Illicin Staff was a really big prize for me, because it's not like I'm going to finish requests or anything. Sorry, and I know that I'm the problem, but I'm just not doing Illicin or Jadora quests, even though those were also on the list of things to get revamped. But like, it was just nice to get a good Battle Dome weapon. And I think like a long-term, like 5-year plan is like the TNT wants to like revamp, not even revamp, but like give more love to the Battle Dome and make it more difficult for those like super high-end neopets and such. So I think that's what's happening. But that's what I think. So that's what I just said. I have no basis for if I'm correct or not. But I think Battle Dome is like a super long-term goal for the Neopets team. Anyways, I'm just trying to think like, what are the big prizes going to be for the prize pool? Because I already have Illicin Staff. I have Judora's thing. Unless it's going to be like a super big stamp. They're probably going to throw a stamp in there. I would love, I don't know, the Umajin stamp. What other stamps? There's so many stamps. I like low-key gave up on stamp collecting after like a couple months ago trying to get a bunch of stamps. I'm just a little bit over stamps at the moment. But there have to be like big stamps that people don't have. Big cards, big something. Yeah, here's my stamp page. I'm sure you can you complete a lot of these? I know, go to like an actual stamp collector, but there's some of these albums where they're like 5 stamps away from being complete. So as an example, for Evil Coconuts, you can complete Evil Coconuts. You can win the coconuts, buy the coconuts, and then when you complete the page, you get an avatar. And so stamps and avatars kind of go hand in hand. But then there's some of these pages, and I don't know which one, so I'm going to just click on one, where you don't have all the stamps available, but they're like older, because these feel like new. I don't know what's an old one that doesn't have all the stamps, but TNT needs to release stamps so that people can complete their stamp pages. And people are kind of upset that there's like new stamps that are coming out, you know? So there we go. Like, I thought we would be further along with Gray, because I just assumed Gray was very similar to, what's it called? I thought it would be tied to the plot, and that by going through like this very long plot, we would be able to complete like the Gray page in the stamp album. There's like a Morocco one, an Altador one, Battle for Meridel. So there are stamp pages that are at least somewhat associated with plots, and so that's what I thought was going to happen with the Gray one. Who knows? Anyways, that was a lot of talking about nothing. But I wanted to come on a little bit early and amend a statement I made yesterday and talk about nothing and talk about how my class is going good. Love being in class, love being an old student. It's weird. I don't know. It's just like reading and having like take a quiz and then doing good at the quiz. Like, it's very like affirming to know that I did good at the quiz. And it was like open note and like open book, but I relied just on like the notes that I like hand wrote. So I didn't even have to like reference the textbook, even though I could have. I just used my notes and my weird note-taking methods. So it's nice to know. It's nice to know that that means something. I unlocked business cards because I'm premium, whatever. I'm gonna let you all go. I just needed to ramble for a little bit. So I'll see y'all's maybe tomorrow, because I don't really have anything to do tomorrow except study and maybe like prepare for my quiz next Friday. Go back, review some old stuff, keep it at the front of my mind, you know? And yeah, I will see you all probably some point, either Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. Probably Sunday and then Tuesday, if I'm being honest. Just to give you all time. It's also Poogle Day, so if you're watching this within a reasonable amount of time of me uploading, make sure that your Poogles that are under level 40, you know, get all trained up the Swashbuckling Academy. And I'll see you later. Bye.